All right, howdy, y'all. Hope you all are doing well. Let me know if you can hear me okay. I've got some Bluetooth on right now, but we're in the office. I'm working, but I got some training going on right now, so it's easy to do while I talk to all of you. So I figured we could get some friends up here. Thanks, Ava. Appreciate that. Thanks, Backlash. So Backlash, if you got time, be great to have you up here. So there's the link to the StreamYard if you want to come on up. But today is a pretty fun day. I wish I was with Danielle right now. She is out at I don't even know what it's called. Hey, there's my buddy.
Guess what? I'm driving.
What's going on, Backlash? Happy Friday.
I'm headed to get Panda.
Oh, excellent.
Been waiting all day for a plumber that hasn't showed up, so got to go back home and wait a little bit more.
Oh, man. Well, I know how that goes. That's for sure.
And we got I think the main line has a blockage or something.
Really?
Somewhere. Yeah. For the.
Howdy, Rebecca. See, Rebecca's in here. Rebecca's driving too.
She does a lot better knitting or crocheting than I do.
Yeah, I still haven't tried it. I need to though. Is it hard?
No, not really. Once you get the hang of it.
It's a type of string, so you just backlash it, huh?
To me, it's almost like back when I was repairing gill nets and trip trawls and stuff. So I did have a little bit of a background. A little different knots, but nothing too bad.
Have you ever made a net before, Backlash? Have you ever tied up a net?
I've never tied one completely, but I have repaired places where they got torn or ripped.
Okay. Hey, Filipina's in here. Hello, Filipina. I was in her live stream earlier today.
I didn't get her notification. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I didn't either. Actually, I just saw it when I looked at my my subscriptions. Yeah. We got Indiana Chris in here. Hey, Chris.
Hey, Chris. I've got a premiere tonight at 8:00. It actually loaded. So.
Oh, nice, excellent. We got Zombie in here. Hey, Zombie, if you want to come up, the link for the StreamYard's up there. Be nice to have you up here.
I had a gentleman named Sam Reed off of Facebook built me a rod. He got a new set of blanks in, and he actually labeled it Backlasher.
Is that right?
And he's got 5 of those rods available for sale.
Oh, wow.
He did.
Is he local to you?
He's in Texas.
Yeah, that's not very close to North Carolina.
No, but social media is a wonderful thing, you know.
Yeah.
You connect with people all over.
Do you have to pay a lot to get it shipped?
I paid. He gave me a discount because it's my 7th or 8th rod from him. Okay. He said, I think I paid $150 for the rod, the shipping, and all. But he said for anybody that buys one after my live stream, it'll be $200 shipped to your door, which is nice. Not bad for a custom-made rod from scratch.
Look, we got Skip in the house. We got Squirrel here.
All the details for the rod will be in the description of the premiere tonight.
That's at 8:00 Eastern?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'll look forward to it. I hope I can make it.
If not, it'll be up on here for you to see whenever.
Yeah, it's always fun to be at the premiere, though. You know, get to chat with people.
Yeah, I'm gonna premiere it, and then right after the premiere ends, I'll go live. I'm gonna pull a Reef Robber, where he does a premiere of a video, then goes live right after.
You know, I heard from YouTube sent me a email, and I haven't seen it done yet, but I guess you can set it up so that You know how if you put on autoplay on YouTube, it'll just keep playing videos over and over again.
Yeah.
If you can set it up so that it goes to somebody else's live stream or goes to another one of your videos or something like that. I guess that's a new feature.
Yeah, something like that. I think that's a monetized feature.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't.
Hey, we got Jerusha in here. Hey, Jerusha. Bushwhacker Mountain TV.
Oh, it's Tree Knocker Mountain, or is it Tree Knocker Flatlands?
He says he's not going to hang out anymore because I got backlash up here. Oh, man. I knew it was going to backlash on me someday.
Well, I got ZN Lowland No Homestead and Tree Knocker Flatlands up here.
Hey, I got a good joke for you. I
Uh-oh.
might have told it already. Did I tell you about this? The two cowboys that were out in the middle of the desert and they'd
Yeah, I heard you say the ambush yesterday.
I love that one. I don't know
Yeah.
why it makes me crack up, but I love it.
Yeah, I was
All right,
doing a
well, I won't
soil
tell it.
sample while you were talking about that yesterday.
Yeah,
Yep, doing a moisture content.
yeah. Was it pretty moist or was it pretty dry?
Pretty dry.
Yeah.
But after last night and today and tomorrow, hopefully it'll be a little bit more moist and they'll be able to get the compaction.
Okay.
They kind of failed.
Yeah, I know how dry soil is. Trust me. Out here in Arizona,
Oh, yeah.
it's all dry.
Hmm. I got here about 10 minutes early, so always a fun thing.
Yeah. So you got a new rod coming in. We're gonna see that at 8 o'clock Eastern. What
Oh,
else
yeah.
you got going on? You got big plans this weekend?
I've actually already got the rod. The premiere is of me fishing with it.
Oh, I see.
I get done, you see me unbox it, put a reel I had on it, and go fishing. So it's actually a true review of the rod.
Wow. Yeah,
First hand while I'm fishing.
You don't see those very often. Usually it's just unboxing and hey, look at this thing, and then
Yeah.
a year later you get to know what it's like.
I actually took it out. The guy ships everything with Schedule 40 PVC so it doesn't get damaged in the shipping.
Okay.
And of course, I took the whole PVC out there with the rod in it, and I actually took it out of the tube out there on the out there at the pond and put it together and started fishing. So
That's awesome. So you get pipe in the mail then, huh?
yes, sir. But it's he does a good job. He has good quality work for his rods. I've got 3 or 4 of them now.
Is there any kind of special handle material like cork or foam or
It's quart. This one's all
cork?
quart. The blank is 30-ton graphite. It's stainless steel hardware with titanium rings on the inside, polished
Oh wow.
titanium. Because I told him I did not want ceramic rings because if I use braid, I've had trouble with ceramic cutting down
Oh
and then
really?
cut your line. So he did titanium for me. So that was pretty
That
cool.
that probably
I
cost you a
think
little extra, I imagine, huh?
the real seed is graphite. The whole thing is light as a feather.
What's the length on it?
7 foot.
Yep. All right.
It's a
What
seven
kind of
foot
action?
medium heavy, moderate fast tip. That
Perfect.
thing has enough backbone. It is phenomenal. Uh, it's my favorite rod I have right now, definitely by far. He knocked
Sounds
it out
like
of the park.
that sounds like what I'd order up for a bait
Uh,
casting rod, I assume, right?
yes, sir. It's a bait casting. He does everything from I think it's a 4 or 4.5 foot ultralight combo that's called a mini rod, all the way up to he can order a 10.5 foot surf rod.
Oh wow.
So he's got everything in between.
A 10.5 footer has to be a 2-piece, I'd imagine, right?
Yes, I think his 8.5 and 9 foot he can do in one piece, but 9.5, 10, and 10.5 have to be 2-piece.
Man, it's been a long time since I got a custom rod. I think the last one I got was probably in '95.
Whew.
It was an ocean rod.
Yeah. Most all of mine here lately have been custom.
Hey, look at who we have up here.
Look where the cat dragged in.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
All right, time to go. Bye.
Quit playing.
I'm scared of zombies, you know.
Yeah. Oh, you're safe. Zombies eat brains.
I know, right?
He's just waiting for that.
Well,
Yep.
see, I got to leave now because I'm getting ready to pick up Panda. She's way too intelligent to be around a zombie.
Oh,
Man, shots fired. I got a duck.
Panda's too intelligent for any of us, I think.
oh, I agree.
Good Lord, that little girl is getting too smart for her own good.
Yellow
She-
done.
She woke up this morning and she said, Daddy, that bad stuff is out of me. I feel a lot better. I go to school, not doctor. I was like, okay. Whatever bad stuff was in her, she said came out last night.
Well, that's good to
Right.
hear.
Good.
I said, well, where'd it go? She said, I don't know. It just, I had a dream it came out. Okay.
Multi-farmer or multi-farmer, multi-hunter.
Multi-hunter.
What's up, Nick? How
Now
you doing?
somebody,
I
I
backlash.
got everybody backlashing names now.
He rubbed up on me.
I want to go fishing this afternoon, but I've been waiting around for this plumber to get here all day. He's keeping me from doing my honeydew. And you notice I got my merch on.
I see that. Nice.
Nice big backlash fisherman sign up there.
Yeah, you're promoting.
Oh yeah.
That's the way
Something
to
like
do
that.
it.
I got to do something. I think I need somewhere around 1,600 watch hours now. So I'm getting there quickly.
Yeah, how many are you getting every week?
I've been averaging about 150 a week here lately.
Nice.
That's
That's
a
pretty
lot.
good.
Hopefully about 8 to 10 weeks more, unless something weird happens. But I want to do some traveling for fishing here in the next couple of weeks. Go down to the beach, live stream all day from the beach, or go out catfishing and live stream all day. See if I can't
Steven, Mr. Boots and Bounty, welcome in.
get me a good amount there.
Mr. Boot, Steven. Uh-oh.
So are you going to go to different states too, Backlash, or are you just going to stay within North Carolina?
Stay within North Carolina.
Okay.
My signal's getting horrible here, so I'm going to drop on out.
All right.
All right, Zombie. Good to see you.
I'm getting
Thanks for
ready to
stopping
walk
in.
up and pick up Panda, so I want to drop down too. I just want to come up and say hello for a quick minute.
Well, thanks, Backlash. It's good to see you. Happy Friday, my friend.
All right, you too, buddy. Bye.
All right. See you. Bye. Well, if anybody else wants to come up here, Multi-Hunter, Jerusha, Steven. Anybody else wants to come up? Let me know. I'll put up the link again here. I'm just doing some training. Gotta go through all this training. I got eight training things to go through right now at work. So while I let those kind of sit there and play, I can talk to all you. So there's the link. Yeah, all right, Jerusha. Yeah, no worries. No worries there. I'm probably not going to be on for a whole long time this afternoon. I guess it's the morning over here. There's Jerusha.
Hey.
Howdy, Jerusha.
Here.
There you are. How are you?
All right. Just cooking lunch and folding laundry.
Yeah, 2 things at once. That's your specialty, right?
I tried to do too many things at once sometimes. I stress myself out.
Yeah, I hear you. That's how I am too. I have to go through this computer training at work. It's the exact same thing I do every single year, but I figured I could at least talk to some people while I click through the buttons.
I had a lot of you ladies come on from the Homestead, Danny and Amanda from Bare Bones Living. It was nice to hear from them this morning. I was trying to do like a little test because I'm trying to get used to the stream yard.
Yeah, I know the feeling. Well, I made the mistake of trying to keep the free StreamYard account, and not pay for the premium. And I wanted to get my watch hours up and over 4,000, so I let it go live stream all day and all night, and I had people commenting here and there. But then I ran out of my 20 hours for free, so I had to go to Melon and use the Melon app. And I don't like the Melon app at all. So, hey, there's Glenn. Gathered together.
Hey, what's up,
How you doing?
Doing
Where are you
good.
driving
Working
to?
again.
You coming home?
Driving. Well, kind of, sort of. Headed that direction. I got one stop on my way.
All right.
I'm working.
All right.
What's this live pop-up stuff, Nick?
Oh, it's Friday, and I'm doing training on the computer, and I was so bored, and I thought, you know what, it'd be fun if all my friends were here to talk to. So I figured, why not put them up on a live stream? I could talk to some people while I click all the buttons, the same buttons I click every year. So
there you go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna actually be going. I'll be going live on Sunday, also this week. I've got Bushwhacker Mountain Company gonna come on live with me Sunday. They can't do during the week. We've been trying to work it out to get them on there and visit with them a little bit. And Sunday is the day, so we'll be on at 6 or 5 Central Sunday.
Okay.
If anybody's able to jump on, great. If not,
yeah,
then we'll see you Wednesday, hopefully.
Well, it was fun being on your live the other day. What day was that? All these days are blending together. Wednesday?
Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday with all about the fruit trees and stuff. We actually went and watched I think it was the channel that Jesse had mentioned about that guy that starts a bunch of fruit trees and stuff like that. So I think we're going to go and try to start some. So It looked pretty interesting. Looked like he had pretty good luck with it. So.
Yeah, well, I want to know what kind of.
I can't even tell how many people you got in here.
10 people right now. 11 people. I want to figure out what kind of.
I can't see, so.
I want to figure out what kind of trees Jerusha might grow off of those suckers on her. What was it, a pear tree?
It was pear, yeah. I cut that one. I want to see if it will root. I'm kind of excited. Someone caught this time. I cut.
You know what? I'm having audio issues. Are you guys able to hear okay?
I can hear you.
It's cutting in and out.
Yeah, yours was cutting in and out for me.
Let me jump off. Maybe it's mine, Nick.
Okay.
Let me jump off. Maybe it's mine. We'll see you guys.
How's that?
I can hear you.
Okay, yeah, I can hear you too. Maybe it was the echo in Glenn's truck or something.
He might have had it on a car speaker, and when you have it on like car speaker, sometimes it will do that.
Yeah, I've never been on live in my vehicle, so I don't know. But seems like that might have been it. Well, sorry, Glenn. We liked having you in here, but seems like the audio is a little bit better now.
Yeah, they're a nice guy. They're nice. I like their channel. He's a nice guy. I like his wife and their views and everything.
I know.
videos.
Sorry, say that again. I cut you off.
And so I'm trying to catch up on all their videos. Sometimes you find a channel and you kind of want to watch it all, and you get kind of bombarded by, oh, there's a good bit.
I know it's hard. There's so many great channels. One that I was trying to do that with was Gary and Cindy over at Pathways. Have you watched Pathways Homestead? Yeah, I found out that they had so much great information there, and I couldn't get enough. But yeah, Glenn and Jessica's channel is also like that. All right, Glenn, we see that you're still listening. Glad you're here, especially while we're talking about you, right? But yeah, it'll be fun to see what you find with your pear tree, Jerusha, because I really want to make more and more fruit trees. I think that's one of the best things that we could do. Those fruit trees, they grow so well here in Arizona, and we get just enough chill hours for a lot of good fruit trees.
Well, if you can get like some of the top branches to root, like say some of the new growth on a 30-year-old tree, like I was telling that guy, I said, if you could just cut that,
Right.
Well, usually I've been told it could fruit faster than it would, say, a 2-year-old tree in the ground. So you had to, you get the tree, you cut the branch, you get it to root. Within that year, you might establish the roots, and the next year it probably fruit. So just depending on how big a cutting you can get.
Yeah, I agree with you. Did I cut out there for a second?
I was just listening because it was kind of, probably just because you weren't talking.
Yeah, I had a phone call come in, and my screen on my computer just went totally blank. I don't know. It's never happened before. Yeah, I agree with you. If you got a 30-year-old fruit tree that might die soon, it'd be nice to keep it going, right? So
yeah, it's still a
yeah, I need to figure out how to get the root stock and the cuttings off the top of the tree together. Hey, look who we have here.
Hey,
How are you?
Amanda.
I'm good. How are you guys?
Did he
Doing
get
well?
Amanda. Well, you guys were just talking about sprouting fruit trees.
Okay, hi, man.
Yeah.
And I have been experimenting with sprouting. I did, here we go. There we go. I took apples, pears, mandarins, and grapefruits that I had just purchased, and I'm sprouting them, and they're growing. So that's been a lot of fun.
Oh, nice.
I have
Just from seed, huh?
Yeah.
Bob's cooking. Hold on.
So I just got organic fruit from the store, and I cold stratified the apple seeds and the pear seeds for 6 weeks in the refrigerator, and they actually sprouted in the paper towel that I had them in. I just had them in a wet paper towel, and I put them in a sandwich bag, and I put them in the back of my refrigerator, and they sprouted in there. And then I transplanted them, and I had probably 14 of them. And I think I only have 4 of them that are surviving, and actually growing trees. The problem is that my boys got a hold of them and mixed them all up. So I don't know what I have growing down there of my apples and pears.
Well, but like the Bible says, you know what? You'll find out by the fruit that it bears.
Well, yeah, but unfortunately, I'm not going to find out for 4 years,
Right. That's right.
It's a really long,
process.
You're right. I'm in it for the long haul now.
I got to figure this out. I want to see it.
I got a lot invested, and it's a lot of time invested, but I did it to mandarins too, and I got only one of them to sprout, but it looks like a pepper plant. I'm not totally convinced it's a mandarin.
Sporadic seeds. It's hey, here I am.
Yeah, I've had citrus trees when we lived in San Diego, and they do kind of look like pepper leaves when they first come out. So
really,
yeah, that sounds right. Yeah.
So I might have a mandarin and not a pepper.
I think
saw
so.
it and I was like, that sure looks like, and I hadn't even started my pepper seeds yet. So the thought that it could have been like, oh, I accidentally dropped a pepper seed in the same thing. That wasn't an option, but it sure looks like a pepper plant to me.
Yeah, I'd say that they have a little bit more shiny leaves than a pepper plant, and they will get darker over time probably. But yeah, they're kind of the same shape and all that. So yeah.
I'm still growing it, so
The good
I
thing-
guess we'll find out in a couple of years.
Good thing if it is a pepper, you'll know in a couple of weeks. You know.
I'll know sooner rather than
True.
later, right? Exactly.
That is true.
I'm sorry. 1 second. Oven on.
So what are you up to today, Amanda?
Well, I was out earlier today. You're having our weather and we're having your weather.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we've been 90 all week. And
Yeah, no thanks. You can keep it.
exactly, but you're used to it. We're not.
Yeah, well,
We've
here
been
we're
from
up in the
40
mountains
or
at
50.
we're up at 5,500 feet, so we stay a little bit cooler than most of the rest of the state.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it does get into the hundreds here in the summertime. So yeah, it's not unusual for it to be 85 or 90 here right now, but
Yeah, it's saying 88 here now.
We
But last
no
week
thanks.
we were in the 50s. So everything's kind of shocked outside. So I went out this morning to try to transplant out some of my starts and separate them out and things. And then the boys got uncomfortable and the baby wasn't really tolerating it. So I had to come in. But
well, how's the humidity? It's probably pretty humid too, right?
we have high humidity here. Yeah.
Yeah, we have it so bad. Sweating in my videos. I'm like dripping. Like this is pure, homesteading.
Right, but you can't dry yourself with a wet shirt.
The wet way just gets worse.
Yeah, see, that's the one wonderful thing about Arizona is that it is dry as a bone. It is so dry here. But then again, that's not so good in other regards. Like when I tried to use my incubator for the first time and
Oh yeah.
had a
Yeah.
whole lot of problems trying to get our humidity so high. What I found out was that we needed to have a sponge or a wet paper towel in there 100% of the time. So
Yeah, you learn.
Yep. That's what it's all about. That's why I love all of our homestead family on YouTube, because I learn so much every week.
Out salmon.
Okay, sounds good.
I already caught some salmon. You want some salmon?
He's catching fish for me already.
Oh, nice.
Delicious.
Uh,
So cute. Mama.
You cut out
What was
there,
that?
Darusha. What'd you say?
The little ones are always wanting to fix our mom, daddy. Here, I made this.
right.
Yep. Yep.
Well, and they know I'm talking to people, so they want to come up here and talk, but it's up on my counter, so they can't get to it. I can only carry too many children at once.
At least they don't reach the county yet, but I did.
Right. Exactly. No, they're not that tall yet.
Yeah. My oldest is turning 15 tomorrow. So
Yeah, that's crazy. You're getting close
I
to.
know.
Are they going to start driver's ed, or is that next year still?
Oh, come on, Amanda. Please don't talk about that. That's a
It's
sore
happening,
subject
man.
around here.
I
It's happening.
20 this year, and I have to teach 2
Oh, wow.
at one time.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I have one to teach in November.
God bless
He'll
you.
be- yeah, no joke. Well, he'll be 15 and a half in November and get his permit then. So he's pretty good, though. He's the cautious one of the 2 boys that we have. So it's
Well, that's
nice
good at
knowing. Yeah, it's nice knowing that he'll be kind of riding the brake more than the gas.
Yeah. Some of them are
You'll be replacing them often, maybe.
Yeah, probably so.
not. Go.
Again.
I think you said you're gonna go. You cut out there.
Yeah, I got 600 kiddos, so I got to finish lunch. So.
All right.
All right, Jerusha. Well, thanks for coming on. Appreciate
All
it.
right.
Have a good weekend.
But yeah, I just wanted to pop in and say hi and say that I was starting those fruit seeds, and it's fun. The one is doing way better than the other 3, apple or pear or whatever they are, because I have no idea. I got to up pot that one already, but I got to grow them. I'm growing them all in buckets because we're planning on moving.
Yep. We know the feeling. We're looking for property right now ourselves,
Right.
and we've got a lot of plants in pots, but
yeah, you were talking about how Danielle was trying to hold out, and then she was like, just put it in. I can't stand it.
It's a real struggle for us being, it's kind of one of those things where God kind of directs you down the path, but you aren't really sure what next step to take sometimes.
Sure.
And you need to take a step, but you're not really sure, should I put all my plants in pots, or should I put them in the ground and just kind of go for it and do what we know? And kind of got to this point where we realize, if we don't move for a year or something, we'll have really regretted that we didn't put plants in the ground. So we'll put them in the ground, and if we move, then we'll bless somebody else with a bunch of plants. But
Sure. We put onions and kale in the ground and garlic from last year, but then everything else is in containers.
Yeah, we're at the point right now where we need to put our tomatoes and peppers in the ground, and I think we're gonna just go for it, and maybe we'll leave some. Danielle and I were just talking about this last night. Maybe we'll leave some, maybe like a half dozen tomato plants and pepper plants in pots, and just continue to increase the pot size as we go.
Yeah.
Just so we have something if we move. But really appreciate you coming up here, Amanda. It's so good to talk to you face to face, and it's Friday.
Yeah, happy Friday, although it's Friday the 13th. But
yeah. I know. I was listening to somebody say today, don't let Friday the 13th stop you from doing anything. You keep on doing what you feel called to do. So
nurses are pretty superstitious, though. I worked in an ER on Friday the 13th, and everyone's like, "Oh, great, what's going to happen today?" Or full moons and things like that. And
nurses are like fishermen, then. Yeah, fishermen are the same way. They're like the most superstitious people I know. Like, oh yeah, I wore that underwear last time I caught that big fish. I got to put on the same pair, or I got to do 3 circles before I go down to the water. Something weird.
Right.
But yeah.
All right. Well, everybody have a great day. Thanks for letting me stop by.
Yeah. Good to see you.
All right. Bye.
Bye. All right. Well, hey, OTWP is here. Hey, OTWP. We're getting a little bit different people in here than we have on Thursday mornings. It's nice to be going live at kind of a normal time, but I'm just doing training on the computer, clicking buttons. So that's right. Don't lose your favorite fishing hat or you can't go. That's right. It's funny. I was pretty superstitious a lot of my life as well, and I find myself falling back into those traditions if I'm not careful. Stop by this Sunday on OTWP's channel. Got a special guest, live gospel music. Nice. That's my favorite OTWP is the Sunday gospel music over on your channel. It's my favorite by far. It gets me in a really joyful mood. So I appreciate that so much. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and share the link so people could come up again. We've had some great people on here already. I probably won't be on for too much longer, but so far I've been on for 37 minutes. And anyway, yeah, same here, Jerusha. Yeah, thanks for coming on, by the way. That was fun talking to you. I don't know why we're having some audio issues, but that's what happens sometimes. So just have to roll with it. But it's good having you and Amanda and Glenn up here. Yeah, if anybody else wants to come up, there is the link right there. We've got 10 awesome people in the house right now. OTWP says, AZ, we are now in the days of Elijah and having gospel 7 days a week, prayer, faith, and music. Hey, I love it. I'm all about that for sure. 7 days a week. Yeah. That's good. Gotta keep focused. Our pastor said something I love. It's become a favorite saying of mine. Keep the remain thing the main thing. So remain abiding. Remain abiding. Where does our sustenance come from? Comes from him. Often we can get distracted. So yeah, remain. Just look up, do a word search on remain in the Bible. You'll see all kinds of great stuff. Yeah, there it is right there. I love to do lives with other YouTubers saying what, why, how you're started homesteading. That's a great idea, Furusha. I love it. Amen. Yeah. So I guess I could share kind of how we started homesteading. So this it might be a long story. It might be pretty interesting to some of you to know about our past, our present, and kind of what we're planning for the future. Our pastor also said this past weekend, making a plan is an act of hope. If you make a plan, you're showing that you have hope for the future. And some people have hope for leaving this world, right? That could be not making a plan, could be, having all of your hope on the next place, right? And not being content with where God has you right now. And basically that's what he was saying, was that making a plan is an act of hope for where God has you right now, and being content in that, and trying to find out his plan for you to use the gifts you've been given, and how he's prepared you up to this point. So anyway, I like that. But to talk about how we started homesteading, love the hat. Might have to get one second. Have a new fishing hat. Awesome. Well, I do have some extras. These are kind of limited editions. They've changed it a little bit, but if you go to Tasco MTB, you can find these hats there. Nate is my friend. He had these hats, and when we moved to Arizona, I bought 5 of them because he said they're the last 5 he had. But he's changed them a little bit. They look pretty similar. But yeah, go get yourself one, OTWP. So I have a link for my items. I have some items. This isn't our logo, but you know what? I need to make some new ones. The old ones have our old logo, and I don't like it. I changed it up. It's shiny. Yeah, we need to make some more. I was talking to Danielle about our we need to make some stickers. We need to get a bunch of stamps and more envelopes and stuff, and just send stuff out to everybody. I've got a whole lot of stuff that I am slacking on. All right, OTWP. I'll get some hats made with my logo. I'll get some stickers made too. Now that we're monetized, much thanks to you and others, OTWP, that really encouraged their family members to come over and be family members over here. That really helped us out, and the revenue is really stacking up quick now. So awesome, Stephen. Yeah, I'd love to have you up here. That would be great. I know that you're probably working right now, but yeah, there's a Instagram profile called Farm Sticker Swap, and you can go and find a whole bunch of homestead farm stickers over there. Oh, thanks off the wall, Prepper. I really appreciate that. Yeah, we're just trying to to stay in our lane, do our thing, you know. But the reason that we kind of became homesteaders. Oh my goodness, we got Jesse in here. Hey Jesse,
What's happening? Let me move
happy
you
Friday,
down.
sir.
Let me move move you down here to my camera so I'm looking at you.
All right,
Happy Friday.
happy Friday. I like your hat.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for your service.
Authentic right there, Bubba. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Army.
Yeah, Army all the way.
Well,
always
you
got
better
all-
watch out. Off the wall prepper's in here. I think he was in the Navy, weren't you? Off the wall prepper.
Well, if he was off the wall, yeah, he's probably in the Navy.
He was stationed down in San Diego, where I grew up, and so we have a lot of the same kind of memories of San Diego. So
I appreciate his service, though. I really
Yeah.
do.
yeah, absolutely.
I'm sorry you weren't Army though, but I would have been on earlier, but I was out and about. We were on the road, and I was trying to chime in on the phone, but it just wouldn't connect. So I said, you know what? I'm just gonna, when we get home, if he's still on, I'll get on and say hello.
Yeah. Well, thanks for popping in here, Jesse. I do appreciate it. I saw your comments earlier. Minister Brandon said, "Does homestead mean container gardening?" I'll let you answer that for me, Jesse.
Yeah, of course. Homestead is. Oh,
Just so you know,
Yeah,
I'm
there's-
here in the background.
Lisa. Hello, Lisa.
see, she snuck
Happy
up.
Friday.
I'm
sure she's gonna bring you a plate of breakfast or pancakes or something here pretty soon.
No, that was before we left.
Yeah, that's before we left. We were out and about looking for. Prizes for our 1,000 sub giveaway because I'm sure I'll be there real soon. I'm hoping.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you will. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, we plan on doing it. It's going to be really, really big. How's that guy saying that show? Are you really big? It's going to be a really big giveaway. Big show. Ed Sullivan. Remember him? You might not be old enough.
Yeah.
to-
I do. I definitely do. That was a pretty good impression, I must say.
Amanda, I wanted to say hello to Amanda, the homesteader.
Yeah, man. She's growing fruit trees from seed. Can you believe that?
I believe it. If anybody can do it, Amanda can. Because she lights up our life.
Yeah. Look at this. Somebody dropped your link in the chat.
How about that?
Go subscribe to Jesse, folks.
Danielle must be on the computer. All right. Thank you, Danielle.
By the way, I put up a picture of us when we were out playing softball last night. We had our first softball game. I put that up on Instagram.
Yeah, but I thought that was a referee.
Oh yeah, so you know that's a referee.
Yeah.
But anyway, I thought some of you would get a kick out of that. It was so beautiful out there yesterday where I was in the outfield and the sun was shining and the American flag was waving up there, and then the sun went right behind the biggest mountain we have around town called Granite Mountain. And
I tell you what, we've
great.
been over there in Arizona. I don't know how many times, or through Arizona, in Arizona, around Arizona, and Arizona has to have the most beautiful sunsets ever. I mean, there's.
Well, yeah. I mean, our flag has this. I know.
I'm
Like
saying, there's a sunset capital of the United States because there's so many different. The sahuaros alone. If you can get a sunset with the sahuaros on the mountain, it's just like, oh my goodness, breathtaking.
Yeah.
We got a couple good ones when we were on our RV. And in
Hey,
fact,
there's Gwen. Hey, Gwen.
Hey, Gwen.
Happy Friday.
And that cowgirl's always broke. I don't know what she must not. She needs to get a job.
We got Southern Bless Homestead in here too.
Yep. Hey, I'm stupid blessed. She might be Southern blessed, but I'm stupid blessed.
Yeah, the Baroque cowgirl. I think she's the one who was having her horses get out a few times in a row. Are your horses in right now, Gwen? Because I know you had problems with them getting out, or somebody left the gate open or something.
Are you saying they broke out?
Yeah, exactly.
All day long.
That's good. That's good. Well, I was gonna talk about how we got started homestead because Jerusha said, it'd be fun to hear everybody's kind of story of what caused them to start homesteading. And hang on just a second.
Okay, but somebody mentioned something about is a homestead flower garden or pot? What was the question? I can't remember.
Minister Brandon said, "Yeah, is homesteading mean container gardening?" Okay.
So to me, homesteading is.
Hang on, Jesse. I'll be right back. You run the show here for a second.
Homesteading is, to me, if you look at everybody, there's no homesteader the same. Every homesteader has either 25 acres, 5 acres, some homestead because they have backyard gardening. We're ourselves. We're suburbanites. We have a house in the suburbs. And Lisa, she gardens out of grow bags, and I do claim this as my homestead on my taxes. So I'm a homesteader, whether you like it or not. But your definition of homestead may be different than ours. It may be different from somebody else who has 50 acres. But I think homesteading is a state of mind. And if you're in my state, it could be anything because we have ranchers, we have farmers, we have substeaders, we have modern steaders, we have it all out here. But I don't think you can define it as you have to have 5 acres or more, or you have to be living off grid, or you have to have so many trees or so many plants. So homesteading is homesteading. If you say it's homesteading and you're basically living off of your food or living off of your acreage, then hey, you consider yourself a homesteader.
I couldn't agree more, Jesse. I'm gonna have to keep the camera off for a second here, okay. Just because I got people moving around through the back of me here. But I couldn't agree more with you. If you're growing food so that you don't have to buy it from the grocery store, then you're a homesteader, I think. But I don't care if it's one tomato or 1,500 pounds of beef or whatever.
Yeah, but even if you're not growing, because we weren't growing for a while, but Lisa can, so we'll go to the produce or the farmer's market, and we'll pick up carrots, beans, we'll keep whatever we want from the produce market for those who do grow, and we'll can it, we'll prepare it for long-term storage. So that's a form of prepping or homesteading, I think, and because we don't have the acreage to grow what we want to grow. And my backyard's got a huge pecan tree, so it takes up a lot of space and shields a lot of the sun. So we can't really grow a lot in the backyard. So we have the container bags, so we move around, the grow bags, we move them around to catch the sun where we can. And in Texas, we get a lot of sun, but it is what it is. But
yeah, I'd agree with you there, Jesse. I mean, I think especially when you're talking about, even if you can't grow something, right? Because you're talking about canning stuff.
Correct.
I think that's part of it too. Is homesteading is finding deals on stuff sometimes and canning it, saving it for later, and maybe you're not planning for the major apocalypse to happen or something like that, but right. You're trying to make your dollar go farther and avoid these food shortages and do things like that where you're trying to be a good steward of what you've been given, really, I think is kind of what it comes down to, right?
Yep. I mean, I don't know if you saw Jerusha last night. They were on live with Bland's Promised Land Ranch, and she mentioned loofahs. Well, all the things that she was talking about using loofahs for was like eye-opening for me. You can use it for scrubbing your pots and pans. You can use it for scrubbing your body. You can use it for scrubbing your face. You can use it for just about anything. I think she even said she feeds it to the chickens as chicken feed, not when they're dried, but when they're fresh off the vine.
Right.
But she is making do with whatever she has, to do a lot of things, and that's amazing. And that's one form of homesteading. You're making do with what you have. Hey, Mr. Boots, how you doing, Bubba?
Good. How y'all doing?
Oh man, love that haircut. I need
Right?
Hey, Steven.
I need one myself.
Yeah, you need to get a full one there, Jesse.
It's getting not only white, but it's getting long.
Well, your beard's still short compared to what it used to be, right?
Yeah, I had to cut it back a little bit after Christmas because I didn't want everybody kept thinking I was Santa. I'm not Santa. I'm only Santa on the 25th. That's it. One day a year.
Steven, how's your new job going?
It's going good.
Are you working?
It's
I guess
trying to
it's been a
learn
few months
everything.
now, huh? How long has
Yeah,
it
but
been?
I started February, so it's been about 3 months.
Yeah.
So you guys
Sorry.
are Mr. Boots. He's got an excellent channel that he helps young people like myself, young channels that is, young channels like myself, Mr. Boots and Bounty.
Challenge.
On Wednesdays at 5:00. If you haven't checked him out, and especially for those who are challenged, if you will, like myself, on how to set up things in YouTube, how to set up things in Canva, how to work StreamYard, just about anything that a YouTuber that's new to YouTube needs. Mr. Boots can help you out. And if he can't help you out, he'll definitely find out who can if he can't.
Right.
So
That's right.
I have Jesse get set up for his first big successful live that he did.
And it was a successful live. We had 76 show up and 101 likes. So I count that as a success. If I was to get 10, I was going to be happy.
Yeah, but I told you, you said 10 or 20, and I told you it'd probably be over 50, and you said no.
You're right.
Steven's always right. Are you kidding me? He knows
He's
so
right
much
even when
good
he's
stuff.
wrong.
I know a lot about a little.
Yeah, or you're like me. I may not always be right, but I'm never wrong.
That's right.
Steven knows enough to know about what he doesn't know. See?
Yeah.
Right. If I don't, I'm gonna try to find out, or I know who can tell me what to do.
Exactly. So, Steven, you look like you're in a car. So, are you off? Are you on break, or is it lunchtime now?
I'm off. Yeah, I'm off now.
Oh, you're off. Okay. Oh, you said I guess you're headed back to the Bounty.
No, well, I get off at like a little after 1, but the kids don't get out till 3, and then I work a couple towns over, so I just usually sit in the car and wait until time to go get them because it's not worth it for me to go home first.
I got you. So you're
working. So I usually sit and eat lunch or do whatever and eat a salad or whatever and just kind of watch YouTube or Netflix or something, and then I go get the kids and then we go home.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I better do some live streams every Friday here at whatever this is, 11 o'clock Pacific, so that I can catch you when you got nothing to do, better than join the AZ Highland Homestead live stream.
There you go. Y'all might be able to do a
That'll
tag
work.
team kind of deal. Tag team. You know, Ollie and Stanley. Anyway.
So what are you going to do once you get home tonight, Steven? You guys got some line dancing or what's going on?
No, well, we're gonna have to still play catch up. There's last several weekends in a row we've been gone. We're gone to the river. We were for like 2 or 3 weekends, and then we went to Oklahoma to shoot dang. So eventually you got to stay home and get caught up. So we've been getting stuff planted and getting videos filmed and all that for Boots and Bounty channel. And we are planning on going to dance tomorrow.
Very good.
This one, it's not orange. It's more like a peach orange.
Yeah, it looks
I do like orange shirts.
It looks like a salmon to me.
Yeah, I'll be right back, guys. I got to step away.
I try to go with that in between. Okay. So we've been trying to film and get caught up, but there's no such thing as caught up. It's just not as far behind.
Yeah, you'll never catch up.
Nah, we got too much stuff in the ground, too much stuff going. We got trellises up, and there'll be a new tour coming up real soon to show off the new trellises and stuff we got put up. That was right before I got hurt, and I've been hurt all week. So I've been on crutches all week.
Are you back to normal yet? Are you walking yet, or are you still limping?
I'm down to 1 crutch just to kind of keep some of the weight off of it and just to help me keep my balance. But I think I'll be all right. You know, over the weekend, I should be able to come off of it and just still keep it elevated some just so it's not swelling.
I feel you. I've had a hitch in my get along for the last 6 months. It's hell getting old.
It is. I just turned 40 in March. So
Yeah, but you're out there playing with your kids, thinking you're still 19. You ain't 19 no more. You're in them bones.
that's true. That's true.
Whether you stick the landing or not, you're still not. You're not 19 anymore.
But I look good doing it.
That's okay. Yeah. Yeah. But how do you feel? Hey, obviously not like you look.
I still feel good. I mean, even after I did it, I mean, it was a brief hindrance, but I mean, the next day I felt good. There wasn't any swelling or bruising or nothing like that. It's just I couldn't walk on it.
And you were trying to do what? You were playing basketball or
we were
soccer?
playing. They had a volleyball, and I was trying to do like a little trick kick with where you roll it up your leg and then kick it, and then it got stuck between my feet, and I couldn't get my foot back down on the ground, either one of them.
Oh, no.
So I come down sideways at an angle, and then my left ankle rolled out, and then it popped.
Okay, so I got to ask the elephant question in the room. Did you get that on video?
No.
Sorry. That would have been
Did
viral.
It probably would have, but I would definitely have to mute some sections out, I'm sure.
Well, it don't matter, but it still would have been viral.
Put the music on it and put it in slow-mo.
You could have overdubbed. As soon as you hit the ground, you
What's
could
this
have
delicate question?
Hallelujah.
All I heard was delicate question. I go, I gotta come back. What happened? What are you guys talking about?
Well, he was talking about the elephant in the room. He needed to ask the question, did they get my injury on video? And I said, no, they didn't. He said, well, you should have got it on video because that would have went viral.
Good point there, Jesse.
I jumped, but I couldn't stick the landing, and then my ankle rolled out and popped. And then I was just glad I didn't tear anything.
Yeah,
I did that on my right side.
Yeah, broke cowgirl. Don't hold that against me, please. Yeah, I'm in a lot of lies, so now you can put a face with a name.
Yeah. Hey, we got
they could be good or bad, Jesse.
Hey, Steven, I was going to tell you, you're lucky it didn't break. I had a friend on a group ride on the Tuesday before last. He was riding in front of me, and his front tire just washed out in some sand. And he had a bad break, had to get a plate and 2 pins put in his ankle. And he thought he just rolled it. And sure enough, it was broken bad. So, yeah, count your blessings, my friend.
Steven, do you know anybody that runs into trees? I do. Do you know anybody that runs into trees while they're riding their bike? I don't know if you do, but I know somebody.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't. My head didn't hit the tree. Thank goodness. I went sideways into a tree, and my forearm was all that got it. So
poor tree.
I think that was a good day, Jesse. I don't know why you're making fun of me. That was like a pro move.
I was just asking Steven if he knew.
So would that be considered sticking the landing, Nick? Because I did not.
It depends on how big the tree is to call it a stick, I guess. I don't know. I don't know about that. No, that was not sticking the landing. I actually was jumping at the time, and it was on a trail I hadn't been on in a long time, and that was the mistake I made, was launching off of a rock on the right side of the trail, not realizing that it went directly into the tree on the left side of the trail. So, yeah, that was a bonehead move, and you're right to mention it, Jesse, because I'll remember you as I'm riding next time.
Yeah, just have the video on your chest going, your little GoPro going. That's all. I want to see.
There you go.
I should put up some of my. And in fact, Steven, you were telling me I should put up some of my riding videos up on this channel. Yep. I haven't yet, and I probably should. I have some footage from my birthday ride and from riding in Sedona. Have you guys ever been to Sedona? Either one of you?
No.
I was stationed in Arizona for briefly when I was at Fort Huachuca. I was stationed down there for a while going to AIT.
Oh, yeah. Well, Sedona has amazing hiking and bike riding trails. And on this little action camera, this one's from DJI. It's got screens on the front and the back. So it makes a good selfie camera. But I've got some footage off of this thing that I should probably edit and put into a video, and maybe I should throw it up on the AZ Highland Homestead channel.
I mean, the reason I brought that up that time was because you do mention, the ministry and the bike rides and stuff here on this channel to kind of give them a show of what you do and, the group that you take out and just that kind of deal. I think it would help open the eyes to another side of you that's just outside the homestead.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. And, I'm trying to figure out how much, and I mentioned this the other day on a live stream, I guess it's a couple weeks ago now, but just how much of our life to show versus how much to keep private. I don't know if you have a good feel for that yourself, Stephen, or if there's anything that you consider kind of off limits. But for me, I don't want to, I want to find that line where hey, this is stuff good for the channel versus, hey, this is stuff that I don't really want to share or people aren't going to be interested in.
Well, to
Any
me,
tips?
To me, the only thing is when you video something, you can always take something out. But if you're doing a live, then obviously that would it would affect your family or even your business or whatever. If you're live streaming, because you can't take it out. But if you edit your videos, you can put in or take out whatever you want to keep it, if you will, private. But I mean, record everything, and then take out what you don't want.
Yeah, well, sometimes I guess my feeling with that, Jesse, and I want to hear what Stephen has to say, but I guess my feeling with that is that sometimes I am not present in the moment, or I act differently, or whatever, right? It changes things when you've got, you got something going all the time, right? It's not quite the same as when you don't have it. You're either paying attention more, or I don't know, whatever. What are your thoughts, Stephen?
We kind of draw the line as far as if it's anything that gives away your location, that is too much, because there are those people on here that I call them weirdos, wackadoos, whatever you want to call them. Never give out, your city or even a really close surrounding city. Never say it's the next town over, or, and give the city name, because then you're kind of giving out your location, especially if you have children or something like we do. That's definitely something we try to keep private as far as, that goes. But in videos, once you can put it up on YouTube, I mean, you can't get it back. Everybody can see it, unless you make it members only or something like that. But, if it's one of those that it could bring harm to somebody or somebody that's with you, like if you're like, I don't know, Casey mentioned about live streaming at the ball field. I disagree. I don't think we should video at the ball field. There's too many other children. People, I don't know. I just don't feel comfortable putting other people in that situation. It's different if we go line dance and, stuff like that, where we have permission from the owner to do that. But that being a public place at the park, that's an organization, and we do not have their permission to do something like that. So, if I was somebody else and I was skeptical about it, I wouldn't want somebody filming my kid,
Right.
So anything that I think would draw unwanted attention to my, my family, especially my children, definitely is off limits.
Yeah, that's a good point, Stephen. So I got a few questions about that, if you don't mind. If you don't want to talk about this, just let me know. But
no.
But when you guys go dancing, right? It's the same place every week at the same time, isn't it?
Right, but I mean that is a public place that anyone can go to and find, and that's not close to our where we live either. So I mean, anyone can show up to these public places. Like, that's why we put the cities in there, because there actually are some people that are close that wouldn't, that either we know or something like that might be interested. They're more welcome to come. We don't own the place or anything like that, and then we try to mention these places to kind of help out these venues, because they are smaller venues, especially that one. When we go on Fridays, it is tiny. So, I mean, any kind of visibility helps them, because most people don't have places like that around that's family friendly, that sort of thing. But we never say exactly how far that is from our house. We never say, other than telling them we're going to be there, and they realize that we're going to be there. But usually it's only a day or two ahead of time. It's not like a week advance, or something like that. But we never say, exactly where we live from there.
Brian Loves brings up a good point. He says, I have no problems with giving out my location, but some people do. It's a personal preference. And it is, because I'm from Houston. Everybody knows I'm from Houston. But there's it's probably 6 million people in Houston. If you can find me, go ahead, Bubba.
Right. So that's where I say, well, we live in a small town, of course, in West Tennessee. There's not a whole lot of big towns unless you live like in Memphis or around Memphis. So, I mean, we're in West Tennessee, and there are quite a few homesteaders here, we know the general area of where they live. But, if I was to even attempt to meet up with somebody, it would not be directly at my homestead unless it's somebody I felt comfortable with or something that I had met personally. It definitely never somebody I just met on YouTube or something like that. But when you've had dealings with them in person, you can read a person more. But yeah, they could be fake. But you take that at face value, and there's people that I've met in person at these meetups. There's some that I wouldn't mind coming to our home. But there's many that I wouldn't. There's no way in heck, just because I don't know them that way.
Yeah, how was Shoot Dang in that regard?
How was what?
Shoot Dang.
How was Shoot Dang in that regard about people being there that might that are people that you wanted to meet versus people that maybe were the kind of like weirdo people that you were talking about before. Did you have any concerns about people being there that you maybe didn't want to meet?
No, I didn't. I kind of knew sort of the group that meetup was for. I mean, it was people that basically the people that follow the Crockers, Jerry and Jason Crocker. They have a large following. We knew that going in, and that is a different niche of people in a way from the majority of the homesteaders kind of deal. They are a little wilder than a lot of the other ones, and they do party a little more, which is there's nothing wrong with that. That's their choice. But we knew going to this deal, it was in a public place, it was at a hotel, and it was our chance to meet certain channels that we were really, really, really interested in. Like we got to meet Debbie and Hopeland and her, little Hopeland there. They got to come there. We got to give Hopeland a little pink T-shirt just for her. We got to meet Brenda Baker there. That was, I may not get another chance to meet her, but just because of the distance kind of thing. Then Fugate Farms was there, and he was a newer person, but I knew he was a family person, and I talked to them some in their lives and over the phone as well. So, I knew some of the people I wanted to go to meet, and those are the ones that I was really going to meet was what I consider medium to small channels. I wasn't going after the Crockers. I wasn't going after, Ridge Life. I do like Tim at Ridge Life, but that's not what I wasn't going to see them. I was going to see the Brendas. I was going to see, Fugate Farms is like 200 something subs. That's who I was going to see. I wanted to see them.
The actual event was actually showcased and intended for subscribers. You guys, whoever channels are going to be there, that's what it was intended for. So the subscribers could say, "Hey, I want to meet Boots and Bounty, or I want to meet, Ridge Life, or I want to meet whoever." That's what it was originally intended for. It wasn't intended for channels to mingle amongst channels. It was for the subscribers. And I heard a lot of subscribers that were there.
There was a lot of subscribers there, but it was not the same as it was the year before. The year before, it was 5, 6-fold times bigger. It was ridiculous. It was at a church. They had the whole lot, and it was out back. They said it was anywhere between 800 to 1,000 people come through there that day. That's just at that event. That wasn't including the after get together back at the hotel, and that's when all the cameras came out. And there was probably I bet there was probably 200-300 people there, because you got channels, you got multi-member families like ours. But it was a more low key deal this time.
I would have went just to meet Luce Fawcett.
And we got to dance with Luce Fawcett. So, that right there, and Hillbilly Woodsman.
Oh yeah, yeah. I just want to meet Luce Fawcett. That's all.
Well, if you come to Kentucky, Jesse, she's supposed to be there.
Oh well, we'll see. Well, I hope the gas ain't $10 a gallon by the time Kentucky gets here.
Yeah. Well, we may have to take up an offering for you.
There you
so
go.
We make sure we get you there.
Yeah, we may have to
get some sponsors. Yeah, well, it seems like those meetups are really fun, but you know, there's some privacy concerns for sure, and I think that's a constructive event to talk about the different privacy levels that different people are comfortable with, right? And like you're talking about before, you don't want to step on other people's toes by, like for instance, my wife Danielle. You know, a lot of people might want to meet her and get to know her and even get her on camera because nobody's seen her before. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to be pretty upset with you for a long time if you're going to be getting my wife on camera when she doesn't want it. You know, and knowing that stuff about different people is important. You know, but it's hard because we all have different preferences for our privacy.
Right, and you have to go in to those situations, whether it's a get together but I mean, that's no different than going to a football game. When you buy that ticket and go to that event, whether it's a football game, a basketball game, a baseball game, you're allowing them the right to video you. I mean, and they have that right to do that. But if you're there and you're going through and somebody's filming and you happen to walk through and they catch you in the background, you know, maybe with somebody you're not supposed to be with or you know, what have you, you know, you didn't agree to get videoed.
Right.
But, you know, the way things are nowadays, you have to make those own choices when you go to these get-togethers or these events. You know, and this time they did ask that people didn't constantly have their phones out recording and stuff, because the previous year, I mean, it was like 100 cameras with different perspectives, all within, you know, a couple of feet of each other. So it really, people would live hop and they would go from one to one to the next, but they may go from one side of the room to the other. And I mean, you couldn't have, you know, coughed or sneezed without somebody getting it on camera.
Sure.
So that means that leaves other things like private moments with your children or private, you know, where you're trying to have a private conversation with your child or, you know, maybe something with your spouse, you know, that those shouldn't be caught. And that's where you kind of had to make your own choice on that sort of thing.
Yep. I agree with you. That's what I was going to say. That, you know, a lot of times walking into those things, you got to know what you got to expect those things of yourself, right? And if you're not comfortable with it, don't go. But then again, you should probably ask permission and stuff too before you start filming somebody who wasn't expecting that, you know, or wasn't one of those situations where everybody's going to be live streaming. So.
Right, because now we'll go to Kentucky, the Kentucky meetup, and I mean there'll be cameras up there, and there'll be a couple that pretty much run the whole time. So, I mean, you go to these meetups, you're going to pretty much guarantee if you go to a meetup, someone's going to get you on camera.
Yeah, speaking of
either as a passerby or, I mean, not necessarily pulling you up to be front and center as a guest, but I mean, you could be picked up just as a passerby in the background.
Yeah, speaking of with you guys going live when you're line dancing, do you have anybody who has issues with that at all, or has had issues in the past, or what's been the feel from the people that are there?
The only thing we've had these were newer people to the facility that we dance at on Saturdays. They had we've only had a couple people that asked if we had permission, you know, to film, and we do have the permission of the owner to film in that venue. We do have the permission of the other owner to film there because we're showing the band. We're not zooming in and focusing on one person or, you know, anybody specifically. It's no different than having a security camera up there, you know, that has the screen where you can see what's being filmed, and somebody sitting there watching that. So I mean, that's no different. Now, if we were going around and we were bothering people and putting the camera in their face or, you know, maybe taking snippets out and making fun of people or something, that kind of thing, then yeah, they should definitely have a problem with that. And then, you know, the owners could tell us, you know, they won't let us film there anymore. But that you have to have common sense of other people's boundaries if you're going to go out and try to film in the public. And, you know, at these public events like the dancing, and nobody's ever complained. Sometimes you'll see them on the camera, they'll kind of give the camera the eye, you know, and kind of like, but they've consistently seen us there, and it's never been an issue.
Yeah, that's good. I think coming at it from like a marketing standpoint for the venue as well. You know that you're promoting them, a promotion or marketing standpoint is a really good way to go.
That and the bands too, because the bands
Right.
they play all different venues, different days of the week. So you know they may be at where we're going to be, you know, on Saturday, but on Friday they played somewhere else, and then maybe the next weekend they're at a total different place. You know, it's not the
that's
same.
great.
They're not house bands where they play every week.
Right. That's really great to promote them too. I'm sure they appreciate it, and I love hearing those different bands too. Whenever I pop in, whenever I can make it, I love hearing those bands and hearing who they are, and that's just great.
And you can tell the difference between them too. But we try to do that and, you know, help promote the bands and because we try to share it on Facebook too, and then they can tag their own band pages. So if somebody searches for them, they can see them. And then sometimes people want a preview before they book them for these venues. Well, they may or may not have some footage. Well, then if they go grab ours, they do.
Yeah, that's great.
I like what DJ says. DJ Play Nice. I don't know who he is, but he says it boils down to this: reasonable expectation of privacy. Anything in public is therefore exempt, and that's true. If you're talking about what you said, Stephen, unless you're going into their face and saying, "Hey, I'd like to know where you guys are from," and blah blah blah, they may not want that. But if you're just generally, you know, running the camera over the whole venue, and that's different. You're gonna be, and if you go someplace thinking you're not on camera, then you got another thing coming, because everybody in this world has a camera now,
right?
Whether it be a phone or even a handheld camera, or you're going to be on camera no matter where you go. You go to the post office, you're on camera. You go to the bank, you're on camera. You go to anywhere.
You're out there pumping gas at the gas station. You're on camera. Yep. You're on camera everywhere you go, except for maybe the restroom. I even wonder that sometimes. And then the dressing rooms and businesses are not supposed to have cameras either. Once you transition in that door into the dressing rooms, that's where it stops. They cannot film inside the walls of that dressing room.
Right.
That's probably that, and the bathroom is probably the only places.
Right.
You drive down the road just going to town, you're gonna get picked up on camera somewhere.
And you should expect privacy in those areas. And if you're not getting the privacy, obviously, then they're up for, you know, lawsuit, litigate.
Right.
So it's probably not going to be there, but I'm not saying it isn't, but
yeah, I think the point that you made, Jesse, is getting in someone's face, right? Asking them questions and things like that. That's going one step beyond just being in public and being part of the scene, you know. So.
But like he said, when you went to the Shoot Dang, or even the one the year before, when you went to that event, you can expect that there's going to be people with cameras there that are maybe not deliberately in your face, but that you may be around where you're going to be caught on camera, whether you're with your spouse or with somebody else. You may get caught on camera, and you have to know that, hey, if I'm going to go to this event, there may be a chance there's going to be a camera.
Yeah, if you mean like if you go in there's content creators. I mean, you know they put up content. You know they're going to video it. Somebody's going to get you.
Yeah, you're going to get on camera somewhere.
Right.
And I watched a lot of the lives that came out of there, and I saw people. I mean, I saw things on other people's channel that showed more Boots and Bounty than when Boots and Bounty was showing his live. You know, it's just because everybody videotapes differently. Right,
and they will take different snippets out. Sometimes we did quite a few dances, but we stayed live longer than that. It wasn't just the dancing part, but they may only grab one little dance that where they were over there, but then they were out mingling with other people too. So you can't expect that you're going to be the sole focus of said video, but you're just as liable to get caught on video or even a picture. Because I mean, like Tim was taking pictures too at the Shoot Dang thing. He had a drone up taking video. He was going around with a regular just hand camera taking pictures and stuff like that. So I mean, you could have been caught at any angle at any time.
Right.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting with the drone stuff, being that I've been a commercial licensed drone pilot in the past. I've let it lapse, but for my work, I've been a commercial drone pilot. And I'll tell you what, people are just fine with you taking a video of you and your friends walking down the street in front of their house. But if you have a drone up in the air, people think it's a lot different. And the law is that airspace is public domain, over your house or not over your house. Some people have a real problem with that, I'll tell you what. And if you're not even over their house, if you're whatever, half mile from their house, they still think, you're spying on their pool area or whatever they've got going on. And your camera's not even close to pointing over there. So there are different expectations that people have depending on what kind of camera you have, for instance. So it's something to be aware of, I think. And maybe I'm a little bit hypersensitive to it because my wife doesn't want to be on camera, and I've flown drones over people's houses where it's legal to do so, and people have a problem with it. Both those circumstances caused me to kind of second guess when I pull a camera out, and other people might be in the shot. So it's helpful to talk about for me. So I appreciate you guys diving into that conversation.
Be forewarned, Danielle over at Wicked Homes and Gardening, she said she's going to be doing a lot of filming at the HOA, which is the Homesteaders of America.
She won't be the only one, that's for sure.
That's right. Yep.
Well, I mean,
when we go to the Kentucky meetup, we'll video that too, but it won't be every minute of the day. I mean, the event in Kentucky is like 10 to 1 for general, and then I think we're supposed to start dancing at like 1 or something for a couple of hours. But then we know going into that people are going to video us dancing, but we go into that with knowing, with the appropriate expectation of what's going to happen. And there's going to be a ton of videos that come out of that Kentucky meetup from, Jan will video some, and Stringfield Ridge Farm will do some. I mean, she's helping put on the event, but I mean, there'll be a ton of videos come out of that event.
I'll be over there recording all the lazy people. If I find some lazy people, I'm gonna record them.
You'll find some.
It's too bad I won't be there. You'll definitely be filming me. I think Gwen's point was exactly what I was going to say. Yeah, the meetups are kind of to promote channels, and you're going there, right? If you're going to a YouTube meetup, right, or a homesteader meetup, right, you can pretty much expect, unless those homesteaders you met were your neighbors and they hate everything YouTube, you can pretty much expect that people are going to want to film your channel, your face, everything. People want to know what you know about homesteading and about YouTube, and want to connect to your family, and you connect to theirs, and that's a good thing, and that's why you're there.
But here's the deal: we went to a Christmas event one time over here at one of our convention centers, and I took the GoPro with me to film what I did. But every time I got to a booth, I said, "Do you mind if I record for my YouTube channel?" "Oh no, go ahead." If you ask and they say no, then to go on, move on.
Right.
Nothing wrong with asking, because there are going to be people that probably want their privacy and say no.
Yeah, I've asked on multiple occasions at people's farms that don't have a YouTube channel, don't ever watch YouTube stuff at all. They're just connected to their, FFA, 4-H, community or whatever, and every time they welcome it. I have yet to have somebody say, "No, please don't film my cows or my goats or my sheep or my chickens or my farm. No, it's embarrassing," or whatever they might say. No, they had me over, and they're proud of all of the stuff that they figured out and that they're doing at that time, and they would love to have it on the internet, and in fact have asked me, "Hey, where's that video?" I'm still editing it, so I'll tell you when it's up. But yeah, most people, they really welcome that kind of thing. They love showing off all their hard work,
As long as you do it within reason. I mean, you don't want to give away their location. You don't want to give away their address, especially when you go to somebody's farm. Like sometimes we go out to my father-in-law's because he's gardening. That's where Casey learned all that she knows from gardening and stuff is from her dad. So, sometimes we go out there and we'll show, a garden tour out there or something, but we always say at another location or, something like that. We don't shoot the front of the house. There's, they would give certain things away, common sense to, I mean, is the majority of it. But like you said, if you ask a lot of people, they won't care. It's the you doing it without asking part. That's what gets a lot of people riled up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
In
when
fact,
I'm out there generally scanning the crowd or the public, I don't ask. But if I'm going up to your booth, Stephen, and you're selling widgets, I'm going to say, Stephen, I'm with Lazy Days Ahead. We got a YouTube channel. You mind if I videotape your booth? No, go ahead, right ahead. In fact, that helps promote your channel, or your stuff. So,
right,
it doesn't hurt to ask. If they
worst case scenario, they say no, like you said, and then you just
they say no, then
with your business.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that does remind me that one of the farms I went to, they said, please don't film our neighbor's property, and if they're out there, definitely, move your camera away from them because we respect their privacy and you didn't ask them. And I thought that was a very considerate thing to do as a neighbor. Now Steven's doing the same thing I was doing. Are you still there, Steven?
Yeah, I'm here. Hang on just a second.
No problem. Dexter's freaking out. There's a lady out front taking pictures of my tulips with their phone. Rochelle has one of the best senses of humor, I'll tell you.
I'm telling you, she's awesome.
Oh man.
Well, don't let Dexter out that front door, boy.
Tear her up.
If you do, make sure you start the camera first. I want to see that.
Of course, if that lady has a beard with some extra food in it, we know what Dexter will do, right, Jesse?
Oh yeah.
He'll clean that beard.
He'll massage it for you. and only Rochelle knows.
Brett says, "Quick, run out. Maybe she has a YouTube channel."
Yeah.
Didn't stop him from trying to pee on him. Oh man.
Nom 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 nom.
Chuck's in here. Hey Chuck, I missed when you came in. I was actually having to charge this laptop. It was about to die, and the charger is far away from where I am right now. So hopefully I've got some battery left here for a minute. I haven't had a notification for a while, but I might have to go set it back up over there. She's an older lady that walks all the time. She's taking pictures of your flowers out front.
They must be beautiful. They must be beautiful if she's taking pictures of it.
Yeah.
Well, go out there and charge her $5 every picture she takes.
No, they only do that in Tennessee.
Hey, I would. If they want to keep taking pictures all the time, they're gonna have to get something for it.
All those fancy people in Nashville probably have the money to pay too.
They probably do.
And the Californians that moved there with all their money, right? You got a lot of Californians there, right, Steven?
Yeah, there's a ton of them that are coming from Washington, Oregon, and California. All off the West Coast that are, they're hightailing it back east, whether it's Arkansas or Oklahoma, Texas. A lot of them are coming to Tennessee, East Tennessee. Like they're changing one coast to the other.
Hedgehog just moved there from Oregon.
That's right. It's the opposite of what it used to be. They used to say, "Go west, young man." Now they're saying, "Go east, old man."
Yeah.
You're retired. Go east.
Or stay in Texas, old man. That's where I'm going to stay.
Glenda Grayson Fire's listening. Hey, Glenda. Glad you're here. I like the new logo, too, by the way. I've seen a couple new logos lately. Danny had a nice one.
Yeah.
Not Wicked Awesome Gardening, Danny, but Danny Day's Homestead had a nice new one.
Yep. And Sherry from Black's Tropical Homestead's in the house.
Hey.
I'm assuming it's Sherry, not
Soil Sister, not the Soil Brother.
The Soil Sister, not the Soil Brother. Yeah.
She said, I said one time, quite a few months ago, I said, I don't know if that's the Soil Sister or the Soil Brother, but she said, just say Soil Family and you're good. So there we go.
Brampton. Hi, I'm Joe. I'm Joe with Garden State Gardener. How y'all doing?
Oh man. Yeah, how many peppers you got growing right now, Joe?
Well, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got about 15 different peppers going right now, and I'm going to eat them all.
Yeah,
He
the
loves
hotter the
peppers.
better.
Yeah, the hotter the better. Yep. Bring on the Scovilles.
Yeah, you know what? I was thinking of him. I just got some new habanero. It's like this smoked habanero. It's not smoked flavoring. It's actually they're like charred habanero peppers in this sauce, this hot sauce I got, and it's hot. But it's got such good flavor. It is so good. And I was thinking of Joe right away when I was eating that. So. Gwen's staying in Texas too.
Really good little plan. That's right.
So
That's right.
I don't know if you saw our comment earlier, but I guess they got a wash where the horses get underneath the fence. That's how the horses get out.
They broke
I was
out.
wondering how they got out.
They broke out.
They broke out.
Oh yeah, that's right. Thanks,
They
Jesse.
didn't get out. They
Corrected
broke
me.
out. Get it right. The broke cowgirls' horses broke out.
Yeah. Well, I hate to break it to you, but the Californians are moving everywhere. I'm originally from San Diego, so I'm no better than anybody else. But I'm one of them. We were talking about this the other day. I'm one of them broke Californians. I don't have all that money, so I moved to the next state over from Arizona. I couldn't make it all the way to Texas. Gas was too
You got as far as you could.
Yeah. I was hoping to make it to Tennessee. I figured maybe Texas, but I only had enough money to get to Arizona.
Well, I moved out of California 59 years ago and moved straight to Texas. I was 1 year old. Mom and Dad moved this way. So I was
Is that
born in
right?
East LA before the movie came out. Where's that?
So
Before the movie came out.
my grandfather moved from New York to Arizona when he was a baby, probably 1 or 2 years old, I think. And he moved to this very area. His father was working for the copper mine. Copper mine was huge in Arizona at the time, in the early 1900s. He was born in 1921, I think. And anyway, then everybody moved to California. From here, during the Depression, there's more jobs in California, so they moved over there, and then we moved back. So
There's some pretty good retirement RV locations in Arizona there that are cheap. And I'm talking for those who like to go south for the winter.
I can't
where's
afford to
it
go
cheap?
south for the winter. I just got to stay where I'm at.
Well,
Where's
there's a
it
lot of
cheap,
people like in
Jesse?
Canada.
Mexico?
No, in Arizona. Okay, same difference.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. Well, northern Arizona is pretty much Utah. Southern Arizona might be Mexico, I guess. Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. Something like that.
They got some good Mexican food there in Arizona,
Oh, you got that right. Yeah.
especially down
There's some-
south.
There's some real good Mexican food here. Actually, we have a carniceria here that is just like Mexico. I mean, I went down and spent a lot of time in Tijuana when I lived in San Diego, and especially when I was 18, before I started following Jesus, I could go down there and get a beer when I was 18, because that was the age there. The legal drinking age in Mexico is 18. So spent a lot of time down there. But we have this carniceria that it feels just like Mexico when you walk in there. They got all of the goods from Mexico there. The actual Mexican everything there is from Mexico, but their meat is marinated so well. And we just had it for Mother's Day. We made the moms all carne asada tacos, and tell you what, I'm getting hungry right now.
Yeah.
yeah.
we
I've
have-
been
we
having
have
to
a lot
drop
of
down
Mexican
too, so I can
food.
go eat.
Say that again.
So I'm fixing to have to drop down so I can eat before I got to take off too.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you better do
eat
that.
before
Don't.
you better eat before the kids get there because they're gonna want to eat too.
That's what I
Yeah,
was
they're
gonna say.
gonna smell it. I'm like, no, you're gonna have to back up.
Yeah,
We tell
Yeah.
Emma Logan, we say hello.
I will do it. Thank y'all for letting me come up, Nick.
that's right. Yeah, thanks for being on for so long, Steven. It's been great chatting with you.
Yeah. Yeah, Amanda,
All
I
right,
don't think
Jesse.
there's any Mexican restaurants up in Canada. If there are, they're few and far between.
I don't know how good Mexican food would be up in Canada. It seems like it get diluted the farther north you go.
but even in Texas, we have Mexican food and Tex-Mex. There's a little bit of a difference there, but Tex-Mex is awesome.
Well, we've got some Tex-Mex here too. I think it's come over from your part of the country, but you know what, Jesse, I'm gonna have to go. This computer's about to die, and I'm gonna need to get some lunch myself. Now I've been talking about carne asada.
All right,
good having you up here, brother.
Yep. Hello to everybody in the chat. Goodbye to everybody in the chat.
Yeah, everybody in the chat. Thanks for hanging on, and thanks for chatting with one another. It's been great. Happy Friday, everybody, and we will see you soon.
All right.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Bye.